Welcome to the show, everybody. Today we're diving into a topic that's got the whole sports world buzzing, the Caitlin Clark effect. This young woman is single-handedly changing the game. We're talking record-breaking attendance, teams moving to bigger arenas, the WNBA is experiencing a renaissance, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. You see, for years, the WNBA has been playing in smaller venues, but with the arrival of Caitlin Clark, the game has changed. Fans are flocking to see her play, and teams are taking notice. So buckle up because we're about to break down exactly how Caitlin Clark is revolutionizing the WNBA, and why this is just the beginning of something truly special. Now let's talk about the Chicago Sky. This team, they've been a force to be reckoned with in the WNBA, but even they had to recognize the Caitlin Clark effect. They made the decision to move their home game against the Las Vegas Aces to the United Center. You know, the house that Jordan built? That's a big deal, folks. The United Center holds over 20,000 fans. That's more than double the capacity of their regular home arena. And, you know what? The game was sold out. That speaks volumes about the excitement Caitlin Clark is generating. The atmosphere was electric. Fans were going wild for every single bucket, every dime she dropped. This wasn't just a basketball game, it was an event. And it's all thanks to the magic of Caitlin Clark. This move to the United Center, it wasn't just about one game, it was a statement. The Sky recognized that the WNBA is on the rise, and they wanted to be a part of it. The WNBA is ready to explode, and Caitlin Clark is the catalyst. The Washington Mystics, they're another team that's feeling the Caitlin Clark effect. They've also made the decision to move some of their games to larger venues. They saw what happened with the Sky, they saw the sold-out crowds, they saw the excitement, and they said, we want a piece of that action. They're moving games to Capital One Arena, a venue that can hold over 20,000 fans. That's a huge jump from their regular home arena. Fans are hungry for women's basketball, and they're especially hungry to see Caitlin Clark play. The Mystics are giving the people what they want, and they're going to reap the rewards. This is how you grow the game. And the fans have spoken. They want Caitlin Clark. Let's talk strategy, folks. The Mystics, they didn't just randomly decide to move some games to bigger arenas. They had a plan, and it all revolved around one thing, maximizing the Caitlin Clark effect. They strategically chose to relocate 4 of their home games to Capital One Arena. And you know what games they picked? The ones against the Las Vegas Aces and the Chicago Sky? They knew those games would generate the most buzz, and they were absolutely right. These are the matchups that fans are clamoring for. It's Caitlin Clark versus A'ja Wilson, 2 of the most electrifying players in the WNBA, going head-to-head. The Mystics understood that these games were going to be events, and they wanted to create an experience that would resonate with fans. They wanted to create a spectacle, and they succeeded. The Mystics recognized the opportunity, they capitalized on it, and they're reaping the benefits. They're putting themselves on the map as a forward-thinking organization that's committed to growing the game. The WNBA is changing right before our eyes, and it's all thanks to the power of Caitlin Clark. WNBA cashing in Caitlin Clark's golden touch. Now let's talk about the bottom line, because at the end of the day, this is a business. And business is booming for the WNBA thanks in no small part to Caitlin Clark. Moving games to larger venues, it's not just about optics, folks, it's about generating revenue. More fans in the stands mean more ticket sales, more concessions, more merchandise flying off the shelves. The WNBA has been on an upward trajectory for a while now, but Caitlin Clark's arrival has sent things into overdrive. Attendance is up, viewership is up, and the league is finally getting the recognition it deserves. And let's not forget about the sponsors. They're lining up to get a piece of the action. They see the value in aligning their brands with Caitlin Clark and the WNBA, and they're willing to pay top dollar for the privilege. This is what happens when you have a transcendent talent like Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, the Pied Piper of WNBA fandom. Let's be real, folks. Caitlin Clark ain't just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon. Her popularity is off the charts and her impact on WNBA attendance is undeniable. Remember that Fever Mystics game we talked about earlier? The one that shattered attendance records with over 20,711 fans? Guess who was playing? That's right, Caitlin Clark. Fans are flocking to arenas to witness her greatness firsthand. They're captivated by her skill, her swagger, her ability to make the impossible look effortless. She's must-see TV, and people are willing to pay top dollar for the privilege of watching her play. Her jersey is everywhere you look. Kids idolize her, aspiring players model their games after her, and she's become a household name. The new era of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark's reign. Let's talk legacy, folks. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA extends far beyond attendance numbers. She's ushering in a new era for the league, one marked by growth, investment, and unprecedented success. We're talking new practice facilities, bigger contracts, and a new collective bargaining agreement that reflects the rising value of the WNBA and its players. Caitlin Clark's arrival has coincided with a period of immense progress for the league, and her influence is undeniable. She's elevated the level of play, inspired a new generation of athletes, and shown the world that women's basketball is worthy of the same attention and investment as its male counterpart. The WNBA is finally getting its due, and it's about time. Now, you know me, folks, I'm always drawing comparisons, always looking for historical parallels, and the impact Caitlin Clark is having on the WNBA, it's got me thinking about another transformative athlete, Michael Jordan. When MJ burst onto the scene, he didn't just change the game of basketball, he changed the entire sports landscape. Arenas got bigger, endorsements got bigger, the NBA became a global phenomenon. So, the question is, did the NBA experience a similar shift in arena sizes during Michael Jordan's rise? Did teams scramble to accommodate the influx of fans eager to witness his airness? But one thing's for sure, both Michael Jordan and Caitlin Clark have had a profound impact on their respective leagues. Caitlin Clark speaks, "This is bigger than basketball." Now you know Caitlin Clark is as humble as she is talented, but even she was taken aback by the WNBA's arena changes. When asked about it, she expressed surprise that more games weren't already being played in larger venues. She gets it, folks. She understands that this isn't just about her. It's about the growth of women's basketball as a whole. She's using her platform to advocate for the league, to push for more investment, to ensure that future generations of female athletes have the same opportunities as their male counterparts. Caitlin Clark is a true leader, both on and off the court. Her message is clear. This is bigger than basketball. The Caitlin Clark effect, a slam dunk for WNBA's popularity. Let's talk about the ripple effect, folks. Caitlin Clark's influence extends far beyond arena sizes. She's become a global icon, and her popularity is translating into tangible results for the WNBA. Merchandise sales are through the roof, media coverage is at an all-time high, and the league is expanding at a rapid pace. New teams are popping up, international viewership is skyrocketing, and the WNBA is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Caitlin Clark is the catalyst for this growth. She's the face of a movement, a symbol of progress and empowerment. Her talent and charisma have captivated audiences worldwide, and she's showing the world that women's basketball is here to stay. My Caitlin Clark conversion, a fan's perspective. You know, folks, I'm going to be real with you. I haven't always been the biggest WNBA fan. I respected the game, I respected the players, but I just never really connected with it on a personal level. But then Caitlin Clark came along and everything changed. Her skill, her passion, her sheer joy for the game, it was infectious. I found myself glued to the screen watching every game, every highlight, every interview. And you know what? I wasn't alone. I started seeing more and more people talking about Caitlin Clark, about the WNBA, about the incredible talent and athleticism on display. Caitlin Clark made me a believer. Caitlin Clark, the revolution will be televised. So there you have it, folks. Caitlin Clark is changing the game. She's packing arenas, boosting revenue, and inspiring a new generation of fans and players. The WNBA is experiencing a renaissance, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. If you haven't already jumped on the bandwagon, now's the time. This is a movement, a cultural phenomenon, and you don't want to miss out. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content on the latest in sports. And remember, the future of basketball is female. Thanks for watching. See you next time.